Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel. It's our first time around here, so we're just arriving at Leeds Crown Court, where today we have the, what do I call them, the Hare Hills 4 getting sentenced, predominantly the 4 males that were involved in the setting on fire of the bus on Hare Hills Lane, which we know was a big trigger. So yeah, we're here today and we're going to see what the outcome is. Let's do this. Well guys, that was long. That took about 3 hours plus to get sorted. All 4 criminals have been given deterrent sentences, and it's crappy, it's cold, it's raining. I've got absolutely loads of notes to go through, so I'm going to get back home to a safe point, get it all sorted, and I'll be back in a minute. So here we are, I'm back inside guys, so let's get into the details. So 30 years imprisonment handed out to the Leeds Rioters for violent disorder and arson. Wow. So Leeds Crown Court today issued a strong message against mob violence as 4 defendants were sentenced to a total of 30 years for their roles in a violent disorder that erupted in the Hare Hills area on July 18th this year. The defendants, Lustin Dobre, Mitchel, Milan Zamostny and Celan Palaghia, however the hell you pronounce that, I don't know, appeared via video link from HMP Leeds, where they have been in custody since their arrest, facing charges of arson, disorder and arson with intent to endanger life. The atmosphere in the courtroom was tense, with numerous family members of the defendants present, alongside approximately 10 members of the mainstream media, a significant police presence, including both ununiformed and uniformed officers, reflecting the serious nature of the case. The prosecution outlined a disturbing narrative of the evening, beginning with the presence of children's social services in the area to ensure the safety of vulnerable children. This intervention sparked a violent reaction from a group of individuals, leading to widespread chaos and aggravation. The Crown Prosecution Service presented extensive evidence, including CCTV and social media footage, detailing the actions of each defendant during the incident. Now, regarding Mitchel, CCTV footage depicted Mr. Mitchell disembarking from a bus that would soon be set ablaze. He was seen lighting a piece of cardboard and attempting to throw it into the bus through a smashed window, of which he was successful. Evidence showed him changing his clothes and shaving his head, an apparent attempt to disguise his identity after participating in the riot. Now, Milan Zamostny. Zamostny was recorded throwing missiles at the bus, contributing to the fire by adding wooden furniture and rubbish bags. He was also seen collecting bricks and other materials to hurl at police officers trying to maintain order. The footage highlighted his aggressive involvement, including throwing entire rubbish bins onto the flames, intensifying the inferno. Now, regarding Celan Palaghia. Palaghia took on a leadership role, organising the crowd and directing them towards the bus. He was observed unloading furniture from a van to fuel the fire and was captured on video pretending to throw a small child into the flames, a disturbing act that emphasises the reckless nature and violence. His involvement also included throwing bricks at police and encouraging others to join in the violence. Now, Lustin Dobre. Dobre's actions were particularly aggravacious, as footage showed him flipping a police car and throwing barriers at law enforcement. He was seen attempting to ignite the bus by using a lighter and flammable materials, namely plastic and cardboard, with footage capturing his persistent efforts to set fire to the bus despite initial failures, of which he was successful. The violent events resulted in staggering financial repercussions, with emergency services estimating costs of over £270,000 for their response. The first bus group confirmed damages exceeding £500,000 due to the destruction of the bus and the cancellation of multiple routes, bringing the total economic impact to well over £1 million when factoring in the clean-up and repairs to the local community. Local residents reported an atmosphere of fear and disruption, with numerous emergency calls made throughout the evening. Witness Javid Akhtar recounted his fear for his safety amid the chaos, describing the scene as one of utter lawlessness, with approximately 300 to 400 people present. Coming to sentencing, in a statement, His Honour Judge Bayliss condemned the actions of the defendants, stating, "What happened that summer evening serves as a chilling example of how a violent anarchist mob can, with astonishing ease, achieve a situation of complete lawlessness." He emphasised that while none of the defendants initiated the disturbance, their active participation in the ensuing violence was inexcusable. Mark Mitchel received a sentence of 6 years for arson and 3 years for violent disorder, with a similar sentence structure applied to Dobre and Zamostny. Palaghia, whose prior record includes a burglary conviction, of which he also today pleaded guilty. He has no history of violence and received a shorter sentence due to his comparatively lesser involvement. The sentence handed down undergoes the court's commitment to deterring mob violence and holding individuals accountable for their actions. Each defendant will serve a portion of their sentence in custody, which is 50%, and the remainder will be spent on licence serving that sentence in the community, highlighting the need for ongoing accountability. This case serves as a sobering reminder of the destructive potential of mob mentality and the far-reaching consequences it can have on individuals and the community at large. The court's ruling aims to restore a sense of safety and order in the affected neighbourhoods, reinforcing the message that should acts of violence be tolerated. So the sentence in full are this: of Mark Mitchel was sentenced to, on count 1, arson, reckless as to whether life endangered, received 8 years, reduced to 6 years to effect a guilty plea. Count 2 was violent disorder, 4 years, reduced to 3 years for the early guilty plea. Milan Zamostny, on count 1, also received 8 years, reduced to 5 years, 4 months for this guilty plea. And count 2, 4 years, reduced to 3 years for the violent disorder. Lustin Dobre, count 1, also received 8 years, reduced to 6 years for a guilty plea, and 4 years, reduced to 3 years for the violent disorder. Now, Palaghia, on count 1, received 18 months, reduced to 13 months for the standard arson, setting the fire in the street. Count 2, we received 4 years, reduced to 3 for the violent disorder, and for the burglary, he received 6 months, reduced to 4 months in total. So, in the end, Mark Mitchel will serve 3 years in custody in total. Milan Zamostny will serve 5 years, 7 months in total. Lustin Dobre will also serve 3 years in total. And Palaghia will serve 18 months in custody in total. So, yeah, Judge Bayliss was not messing about today. It was a very, very long process in the court due to everything need to be translated multiple times for Polish, Bulgarian, whatever. Anyway, it was very, very long, guys. But yeah, I told you we'd finish and we would follow this case to the very end. So yes, we have. And guys, listen, thank you for listening. Up next, coming soon, a Jessica Verbruggen update. Oh yes, guys, until the next one, as always, stay safe, peace and respect.